Hey guys, and welcome to what is this? A speed build. I don't know who this is. Someone's taken over my body and we've actually done a speed build. Welcome. It's been like a month since I did a video, and I would like to formally apologize, but yeah, I suck. So basically, over the last month, I have started several builds and not finished any of them. And this is the first one that I've actually just started and just wanted to continue. All the others kind of, I'm like, I don't really want to do it. So believe it or not, there is so much footage, like raw footage on my computer, that my hard drive completely filled up. So I'm sure some of them on my hard drive will get finished eventually. There's definitely one that I did on a live stream that will definitely get finished. That's a retail lot. And yeah, I'm just excited to be back and looking forward to all of your comments. I haven't replied to my comments on my last video, which I'm about to go and do now. So yes, if you leave a comment, I will make sure I reply to this one. But yeah, so this build, I don't know, I suddenly got inspired when I saw an image on Pinterest, but then I saw another image of a house, kind of a similar shape, and I kind of combined the two ideas. There's actually a website that has like loads of buildings that are in Belgium. No, that are, yeah, Brussels. They have a load of buildings there, like they have the original sketches of them or original photos of what they looked like. And it's a really good source for inspiration. Lots of Beaux-Arts kind of style buildings. Unfortunately, I don't really have the CC for that. I need slightly more simplified versions of everything that Felix has for that style. But in this build, I basically went with anything goes. This is not one style, this is just anything goes, put it in there. Because lots of times I'm trying to stick to one particular style, and it kind of gets a little bit boring if you do the same style over and over again. And also, I know when I normally do eclectic homes, I normally actually do them no, I don't always do them CC free, I'm lying. But I normally do eclectic builds when I do CC free, because then I can just mix and match stuff. But now Felix has got enough content for me to actually do the whole eclectic look, but in a classical style. So that's what we went with in this one. I have had to cut so much footage out of this. Still, we're at like, I think 40 minutes with the fly through. I will leave a link in the description if you don't have a lot of time and you just want to skip to the fly through. There is an epic one. Trust me, I've already made it. So there'll be a timestamp in the description. You can click on that and it'll jump you straight to the fly through, because that is like 5 minutes long in itself, I think. Actually, no, 4.5 minutes. Also, there should be a link in the description to the Tumblr post that details each and every piece of CC that is in this. When I say that, actually, I kind of lie, because I never categorize Felix's stuff, because I just tell you to get it all. Because you will need every single month probably in order for this house to look the way it's meant to. So yeah, sorry, but I don't like restricting myself. And there's also my heritage sets in here. Set 1 and set 2 have been used in this build, and also 2 newly released. I haven't released them yet as I'm doing this voiceover, but by the time this video goes out, they will be on my Tumblr. I created some default overrides for the Jungle Adventures plants. What are they called? Bougainvillea? Is that how you say it? Who knows? Anyway, so those are normally flowers. They have flowers in the game, but for some reason I feel like The Sims kind of missed a trick. They don't always go with realistic swatches. They kind of like to chuck in some ones. But I just turned all of the flowers that were like, what are they, pink and kind of rose colour, I just turned them green. The flowers are almost identical to the leaves, so it just looks like it's a creeping kind of indescript wall plant that creeps and grows up walls. So and also with that, it's kind of like a thicker, almost deeper climbing plant, whereas like the get together ones are completely flat against the wall. These ones are more 3D, and I wanted to use those. Not actually on this build, it's on that Italian villa build, which is still unfinished. I have actually looked in that save file recently. It's still looking good. That's gonna happen. But yeah, we're just concentrating on this one, getting this one done. I was like, let's do a smaller build, like ease ourselves into it. Yeah, so that's what we did. So that's the Jungle Adventure wall climbing thingies. I did a default. And also, you'll see on the bottom of the house, the Jungle Adventure like edge trims that are along the bottom of the house. Oh, this is moving way too quickly for you to see it, but they're like 2 blocks together. They came with Jungle Adventures, and I've been lucky enough to grab a hold of Felix's stone textures and his swatch colours and stuff, and so I've done them to match all of his stone textures. So if you already have Felix's content, it's going to match beautifully with them. Okay, I made sure they match perfectly. But yeah, so as I said, I've had to cut out a lot of this. I've kept it as much of this pool as kind of physically possible. I know I went back off camera and realised it really wasn't centered. Lots of times I do kind of stop recording, and it's almost like recording almost puts pressure on you to make sure, I don't know, that you build faster or something weird like that. So lots of times I do stop recording, like I think I'm done, I stop recording, and then I go through the house and just make little tweaks and changes. Just because then I don't have that whole weird time restraint and wasting people's time. Yeah, that's kind of like a thing, isn't it? I don't want to waste your time with my indecisiveness, so I just go through off camera and do all of that stuff. But yeah, I'm so happy with how this turned out. Just hold tight for the interior, because it's one of my favourite interiors I've ever done, and it uses warm woods, which I am never a fan of anything warm looking. Well, apart from weather, that is. Normally I'm just like the cool wood tones, the cool dark brown, I'm there for it. I always like cool colours, and with this build I wanted it to be warm, inviting, cozy, so not so cold. So I used the warm wood tone, and I am so happy with using that. I'm a convert. I'm converted. I know I now can see the error of my past ways, and I will forever be a warm-toned gal for wood tones. Actually, I can just use both now. It's kind of good because I don't think I'd use that swatch on any of the items I'd had from Felix before. So, you know, it's good to be able to use the CC in a completely different way and all that jazz. But yeah, you will see a lot of black and white checkered flooring in this, and so I watched Leo, that's Freezer Bunny's last video. What was it? Was it a Parisian Chateau? Is that what it was called? I don't remember the name of the build, but it uses Felix's CC, and he did this floor trick with the black and white checkered base game floor, and yeah, it was 2 base game floors and a white marble one, and oh boy did I run with that in this house. So thank you, Leo, for inspiring me. I didn't do the whole city living horse as the feet on the round table though. I restrained myself because I think I saw Sim Architecture Antoine do that as well, and I was like, nope, can't be the next person that does it. We'll have to hold off. So he beat me to it. But yeah, so I was really happy with how the pool looked, and then I went away for a day, came back, and was just like, no, this is quite an ostentatious build. Very, very decorated would be the term, and ornate and over the top. not understated would be the word, with the detailing, but still somehow cozy. So you'll see that I'm using the Seasons modern seating set and also the luxury party stuff ottoman. It's not often I get to use a luxury party stuff item because they are awful, but I've used it in this build, so anytime I can use an object from that pack is good, because the clothing, I don't think never used the clothing. Mind you, I barely used in-game clothing. I don't know, I think I'm very difficult to please in that one. But as you can see, we're doing this pool area, and of course loads of plants, just plants. I'm just like, let's chuck some more in. Don't really realise how many plants I've done in this. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way that came out. I didn't do it on camera, but the left-hand side of the house, if you're looking from the front, there is actually like a kind of more formal garden archway. You'll see it in the fly-through. I do a little shot of the fountain going through, and it's got lavender, and it's got like downsized bushes and a weird like diamond pattern. It's really cute. Also, your Sims can still use this pool with those lights floating on there. I think those are from Spa Day, those lights, and luckily they actually just sit on top of the pool water. The other lights don't, which I don't get why. I kept this little bit in because I wanted to show you how the like checker floor technique thingy was done. So you just put that one in, and then you get the plain white tile, and you just do a line. If you press, is it Control F or Shift F? One of the two. It makes it from a square tile into a triangular tile for the floor, and you can just go in and do some crazy designs. I remember Hatsie used to always do crazy floor designs and patterns and spend loads of time doing it. I'm not that creative, so but yeah, thank you again, Leo, for that little tip. We snatched it straight away. Now I came into the interior, and the first thing I did was this table. I had a reference image on Pinterest, and I was just like, I have that desk. You know, when you see something, now when I look at images, literally it just does this little catalogue spin in my head of all of the in-game content. I'm like, it's like I analyze the images in what in-game content would be able to replicate that look. And that Louis the, is it 15th or 16th desk, I think it's the 6th, no, it's 15th, Louis the 15th desk was identical to the one in the image, and I was just like, I've never been able to use this desk, I don't think, in any of my builds, and now to use it just as kind of like a table, this room is big enough for you to be able to use that as a side table instead of an actual desk. And I think that's one of my favorite elements, just putting all that clutter in there. And also I go on and put clutter underneath, and I really like it. I wish there were some like plain candles. I changed the colour of the room as well. See, we went warm wood tones again. I know, shocking. I do later on actually change the flooring in here. I did have black flooring throughout because I thought it went well with the black and white tiles, but then I just found the contrast just a little bit too much for me, so I went in and put the cool wood tone, I think. Yep, cool dark wood everywhere that had wood in the house. You'll see that. I don't show the whole way decorating in this build, but I do show it on the fly through. So once again, please stick around, or just, if you can't stick around now, jump to the fly through and watch that, because I thought, first video back after a month away, I better put in some effort and do a fly through. You guys would have seen on the community tab a few preview screenshots. Also, you should really go and follow me on Twitter, because I do lots of work in progress shots there when I am actually building. Sorry, shade myself. And yeah, you can add more there. Unfortunately, on the community tab, you can only add in one image, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, so you can only add in one. So go and follow me on Twitter. It's hey_Harrie on Twitter. And That's where I post lots of work in progress. Also, I've been meaning to tell you that I actually I am on a shared Discord. It's called the Sims Squad, I think. Or is it just called the Squad? No, it's definitely the Sims Squad. It's with myself, Chloe Sims, Exorcia, and Oh My Dears. Us 4 Simmers. We are the Squad, basically. We hang out a lot. And we decided to have a shared Discord. I know sometimes it can get a little bit overwhelming with the amount of different Discords there are for different YouTubers, gamers, streamers. It can be a lot to keep up with. I know it's difficult to be in that many Discord servers, so we thought we'd combine our communities all together. And I definitely want to focus on interacting there. If you have ever done a build and you wanted me to have a look, Discord is definitely the place to show me. You can tag me in it and I'll see it straight away, basically. So yeah, I'm going to set up a channel there for you to share your builds with me, get any advice, ask me a question, or just general chit chat, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to set that up. We each have like a section for our different viewers and communities, and you can just chat with anyone. I strongly advise Discord. It's a great place to communicate with others that enjoy The Sims too. And generally, sometimes you don't always talk about The Sims, you talk about other stuff as well. So I'm going to leave a link in the description box if you want to join the Discord that I am a part of. I'm definitely going to be focusing on that as well for when I properly set up my Patreon. I have started a Patreon. I'll put a link in the description. I'm gonna now, moving forward, be doing like early release of videos onto Patreon. So that'll be like 24 hours before it's on YouTube. Patreons will have access. And then of course I have to start with my CC, which we actually started learning Maya recently. So we're happy. We've actually started, we're out of the starting blocks. So excited. I found the first kitchen I want to do. I think kitchens are so lacking in the game, and people just, I know it's a lot of work. I don't think it's a difficult thing to do, but it's just time consuming because there are a lot of elements to do. There's like 10 different, is it 10 or 7 different meshes to do for a kitchen, but that is my first set. It's going to be a kitchen. I've decided it's official. But anyway, yeah, we're doing this living room. We went on. I did try and mix in a few modern elements in with the traditional. So of course there are items from all time periods, but we have the more modern ones. We have these modern sofas. We have a few modern chairs around. And also we have a lot of Art Deco and also the Rococo stuff. But yeah, I'm happy that I finished the build and it looks really cute, and just we used some of the Georgian content as well, which so we mixed everything together. So please, nobody come to me and say it's historically inaccurate like I've had before, because it's not meant to be accurate. Okay, this is The Sims. Sometimes you just got to do stuff that looks good. You know, there's not got to be a reason behind it. It just looks good. So yeah, I'm really happy that I managed to use those Strangerville bookshelves. Because of that trim there, it kind of brought the level of the house down to like a medium wall. That's what fitted in that area, and I managed to put those Strangerville bookshelves in. I presume you can still use them. I've done so much stuff with bookshelf, and you can always use them no matter what you put in the way for some reason. But yeah, those what are they called? Picture frames that came with the recent patch. I love them. Someone needs to do some more artwork in them. I love leaning frames, like more of that, please. Some of the items that the Sims team has patched into the game have just been like mind-blowing. They've been some of the best items, I think, have been the free ones that have been patched in. So round of applause for you on that one. Can I just say that the clock there on the mantelpiece of that fireplace, it is my clock. It's called Auntie Sam's clock, It's an ongoing joke with me and Felix. So if you look at that clock, it's named after me. And also if you look at the clock in my Heritage Collection Part 2, if you look at the description, no one has noticed this. I thought it would be a nice little joke for someone to discover, but just look at the description of the clock and you'll laugh. So there's just a nice little ridiculous joke in there. So yeah, we're moving on to the dining room area, and I loved the fact that you just kind of came in the entranceway and walked down. You could see this, and also that it's got direct access to the back of the house. I always like to put like French doors or the exit out to the garden, either through the dining room or through the kitchen. I don't know why, but it just always seems to make logical sense to be like that, almost because I think someone's going to be going out to go and eat outside on the terrace or something. There is like a little kind of more natural, informal area where you can where there's a table and chairs and everything to eat out there, but everything you'll be able to see on the fly through, as I said once again. This little side table, the Art Deco table, and this rococo mirror, and then we got the Georgian like Chippendale chairs. Like there is every time frame in here, but all of them together, I loved it. Green is very much a theme throughout of this house. I think it all started with the front door originally was red, and then I changed it to green, and then I was like, oh, I know that green's the same as this, and I did a green roof, and I just think the green with the warm woods is really cozy and inviting, and I just ran with that. Can I just say I need slightly more colours on that trim there that you'll find I used throughout, that came with Get Famous, so it's really, really ornate. That trim, I'm in love with that trim. I think I used it on the CC free mansion that I did. That was for the, oh my god, what was the name of the collab? Get Famous, that was the one. Oh, I had to think there. I'm getting old. Yeah, that Get Famous collab, the massive mansion I did with TJ, or should I say just Tej, that I used this trim throughout that, and it was like a discovery, and I was like, oh, I love the trim. Unfortunately, I'd love it if it kind of matched in with the wood, so it just looked like maybe an inlaid detail. I'm sure something could be done to make it look like that. I just love that trim. Love it. I would love it in a nice gold, so maybe I'll have to recolor it to match a nicer version of gold. So also in this kitchen, I love it. Oh, I just love the whole thing. But I was looking on Twitter, and I was looking at Ninny, who is Ninster on Twitch. I don't think she has a YouTube channel, but she was basically onboarded to the EA Game Changers as a gallery creator. And she posted a screenshot up on Twitter of this like little niche nook thing she did in a kitchen, and I was like, girl, I am snatching that. It's gone. So I was watching my Twitch stream of Oh My Dears, and she was in the chat, and I was like, what did you use for the back of the little niche thing? So she gave me full instructions while in the chat. So I was doing this while watching a Twitch stream. And thank you, because that little niche thingy, nook thing is epic. Oh my god, I need some water. I'm talking too much. I need to just... But anyway, yeah, I did this cool backsplash with the mirrors there. I'm a fan of that. There's quite a few little details that have been added into this that I haven't done before. And also, this took me a very long while to do because there was actually quite a bit of detailing to do on this. I used plants a lot, like a lot in this. There are lots of plants. One thing I do wish is we had more variety of plants in the game. I would love some like simple things, a white pot, a black pot, something please, because sometimes the struggle is so real with the plant pots they use. Like, the plants are nice, and then the plant pot, you're like, no. I was gonna use the Around the Sims mix and match, like, plants and plant pots, but I decided I don't want to link that extra piece of CC. It's one less piece of CC to link. So in this build, of course, there is Felix's content and there is my content. There's the only two things in this house, so that's all you need to have. But yeah, I'm thinking of definitely doing a CC free build in the future. In the very near future. Believe it or not, it actually takes a lot less work, I suppose, to do a CC free build, because you don't have the whole make a CC list, make the Tumblr post, link everything, list things. There's a lot less production time, like post-production time, when it comes to making a CC free build. So I definitely like to mix it up and put a few of those in. I know that some of you have been requesting CC free. I don't mind doing CC free every once in a while. It's just not going to be the main feature of this channel. But yeah, I'm not opposed to it. Also, I have, this is a weird one, I have always wanted maybe to do a CC free build, like world save thing. So maybe I might start on that. I just want to have a clear kind of vision for each world. I know there's going to be so many more worlds added. I'm never going to finish it, but it'll be fine. Also, how did I not talk about this? Can we just talk about the, what was it, Tropical Paradise leak thing that happened on Instant Gaming? They put up, if you don't know, they put up a page for you to, like, I don't even know if it was pre-order. I don't think it was. It was just a page for a new Sims 4 pack. It didn't even say expansion pack. I just think it said it was just a new Sims pack, and it titled it Island Paradise. Then I think it changed it to no, it was Tropical Paradise. Then they changed it to Island Paradise, so it's still there up on Instant Gaming. We don't know if that is true, if that's the next expansion pack. If it is, I am very excited for it. I really did want a tropical world. I just wanted university first. But even if tropical, I'll still be excited, because I feel like I really want a European style university, and the chances of that happening are like really slim. So I feel like the university's gonna come and I'm gonna be really disappointed, because it's gonna be like all starter home grubby like furniture for dorm rooms, and I have a feeling that's gonna happen, and that's just not my style of building. I know it's other people's styles, but like I wanted it slightly more, I don't know, European. But yeah, if it's tropical, then that's what I'll be looking at EA Play. So I'm just, whatever it is, I'm happy. If you don't know, I did announce it on the channel, on my community page, and also on my Twitter, another reason to go and follow me. But I have been invited by The Sims and EA to go to EA Play in Hollywood this year. I know. It's like 2 weeks tomorrow that I go. I am so excited. I get to meet like everyone there. There is, I think, over like 40 of us game changers going. I was just totally blown away to be invited. I was not expecting an invite to, basically it's Sims Camp. And Sims Camp has literally been the top of my Sims bucket list. Next one down is the top llama hoodie. We're working on that. I'm sure there's someone I can talk to get a top llama hoodie. I really want that hoodie so bad. But yeah, to be invited to something that is, you know, an opportunity to be able to bring content for you guys. So I will be going to EA Play and recording whatever expansion pack they are announcing. I don't know yet. don't bug me. I have no idea what we're going to go and play, but I have my external SSD for recording all the footage on. I'm going there fully prepared. Hopefully I can do a build while I'm there, but I think I have like maybe some time over 2 days to play the new expansion pack that's going to be coming out. I don't know when it's coming out. I know nothing, but I'm excited. Whatever it is, I will be getting footage for you guys. So we'll be looking at everything early, even earlier than normal. So normally I have a early access probably a few days before the game comes out, but this time I think it's a little bit longer than that, so I'm just excited to be able to bring exclusive content into the channel and all that good stuff. Hopefully I can make some kind of vloggy thingy. I love to maybe do like Insta stories, or you can actually do stories now on YouTube, so I think I might do that. So that you can interact with me and see what goes on at EA Play. I have no idea, but I'm excited to meet everyone. I've been meeting quite a few different simmers recently this year, and it's just another opportunity to meet more. And I tell you, every time I've got together with the Sims community, it's been such a fun experience. I haven't had a negative one. No, I'm just thinking, no, I haven't. So I'm just looking forward to that. And I've just bleated on, and we've totally gone through the master bedroom. This is the master bathroom. I haven't kept in the other bathroom that's in the build, but you'll see that in the fly through and everything. And as I said, I think this build probably took me over 15 hours. It's not a big build, but it's just got a lot of detailing with plants and stuff, and just, it takes forever to put everything exactly where you want it. But yeah, I liked this little kind of mirrored tray table thingy in the corner. It's always difficult knowing what to put next to a toilet. It's like, okay, there's the toilet roll holder, but what else is there to put? And just more plants, just throwing them in there. And the bath is part of the Heritage Collection Part 1. You'll need cats and dogs for that to work. And then for the Heritage Part 2, it's actually just base game items. So you won't need anything but base game for that to work. And I think this is going to be the last room we show in the speed build, and then it's going to go into the fly through. But yes, I've done 3 bedrooms. I have not shown one of them in the fly through, or the video was getting a bit too much. It was just a little bit too long, so I had to cut that one out. This was my favorite one, so we went with it. It's an all black bedroom, and it's just, yes. I've never been in a room like this in real life. I think it would take a particularly huge room to be able to go black on the walls, because it makes the room feel a lot smaller. But I suppose in The Sim, it just makes it feel cozier rather than smaller. I love it. Still, though, in The Sims we have white ceilings. If we could have like black ceilings and black wall, die. But yeah, we put a fireplace in it. This is a guest bedroom. We've got 3 bedrooms, the master with the ensuite. This one doesn't have an ensuite, it's just by itself, but the bathroom is right behind that wall there that the fireplace is on. It's a huge bathroom as well. It has like a what's it called, a vanity table in there, bath with the shower. That's from the Heritage Collection Part 2, which I love, the base game shower with the curtain around it, but it has this questionable under the sea pattern going around the bottom, so I got rid of that. I just smudged it away. Can I just say the smudge tool got me through a lot of stuff. Also, like the base game sofas and love seat, I think I might have used some. No, I didn't use them. I only used the armchairs in this build, but I smudged away the ornate pattern that was on them to make them plain, and it was some work, but I'm so glad I did it. And Can I just say, we need more chandeliers that are lights. That Art Deco one there is great because you can resize it, you can make it smaller. I had a bit of trouble using chandeliers, the regular ones, the I think Versailles ones that I normally use. I couldn't really use them in this build upstairs. I use them I think in the hall, but you can't downsize because they have candles, which is a kind of problem. They don't downsize effects for some reason when you downsize objects, but if you downsize chandeliers that just have lights in them, then they downsize perfectly and they still look good. So I had to downsize all of these, otherwise they'll be way too low in the build and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a while, but thank you for sticking in there. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back very soon. Bye guys.